Let's do some closing statements. We'll start with Santa. Did you want to expand on anything in particular?
Well, the Sheehan rule I like. Catherine Austin Fitts wrote a great piece called The Looting of America. It's on video right now, which I would highly recommend people reading or viewing. Also, a lot of what we've been talking about as far as the America's sort of posture has to do with bullying. We see it in a sort of microcosm in the schools, but that's basically what our country has been up to lately, is bullying, and I'm not for that at all.
Well, it's interesting you said that, because one of my questions I didn't have time for today was about bullying. Go ahead, Don. What was your closing statement?
Okay. It's not just the military action I see going on out of our nation. It's to watch the militarization of our local police forces all over the nation. The SWAT teams, the battering rams, the tanks, the no-knock invasions on homes. We're at war in our nation with our own police force. Obama wants to set up a national police force, somewhat like the Gestapo. You know, I don't care what you call it. If you got a national police force that's coming out and, you know, battering down doors and houses and all, and stopping people on the street, there's no reason at all to make them identify themselves, hands up against the wall. Do you have anything on you shouldn't have? I'm saying the next thing, when they knock on the door of your home and they say, do you have anything in your house you shouldn't have? If you don't have anything, do you mind if we search your house then? This is what's coming. They're training foreign troops in the United States to go around and showing them how to invade a city. You know, there's enough of this on the internet that you can watch and see this. The roadblocks they're setting up, the TSA has bought 1,200 bulletproof boots that they're going to use for some reason. They'd already set up roadblocks in Tennessee and Michigan just to see what they could do, stopping traffic on the freeway and inspecting the cars and the people and the trucks. You know, it's getting out of hand. They take an inch at a time until you get used to it. And I don't trust our police anymore. You know,
well, maybe we can turn this thing around before it gets out of control. But I just wonder, what do they expect they're going to do? Put everybody in jail?
Well, they want to reduce the population of the world to 500 million.
I know, but that's kind of crazy.
One of the issues also is the whole morality thing. There's an interesting quote from John Perkins. The United States spends over $87 billion conducting a war in Iraq, while the United Nations estimates that for less than half that amount, we could provide clean water, adequate diet, sanitation services, and basic education to every person on the planet.
Yep.
So if we'd like to become the greatest nation in the world again, mean it, so that other people, other countries appreciate it, we're going to have to start rethinking the whole allocation of our resources.
Wow. That was a beautiful sentiment, and maybe that's the way we should end, is on a positive note. Because
I think we can do it.
Yeah, I do too. Because I honestly think there's enough good people in the world to kind of put the bullies at bay. You know, we really have to stand up and say, we're good people, we'll even take care of the bullies, but we have to be in charge so that they don't, you know, we're going to self-implode otherwise. So it's a way of compassionately handling our problems, because compassion is the answer. I mean, it's clearly not working the other way, right?
Right. That's one of the good parts about the open global security issue that I mentioned before. That's doing it openly, transparently, and getting everybody to cooperate.
Right.